Colors of the earth, colors of the earth. Take your flag and stick it where you like. I'm reaching higher. Oh, darling, and if you think the planet's grip can hold me back, I am a rocket. There's no way you could stop me if you tried. I never felt so free as I do right now. No way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere. It's all coming clear. Say your au revoir, baby. I was made for the stars. Listen to my voice, listen to my voice. Coming at you like a lion's roar. I won't go quietly. Take a picture now, take a picture now. Go on, point the hubble at me, don't lose sight. I'm high society. Oh honey, if you believe in gravity, just watch and learn. I am a rocket, there's no way you could stop me if you tried. I never felt so free as I do right now. No way that I'm ever coming down. I'm on my way to leave the atmosphere. It's all coming clear. Better say your au revoir, baby. I was made for the stars. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I am a rocket. There's
Alright, welcome everyone. Hope everybody is having a wonderful evening. Good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending where it is you guys are viewing from today. So we are here tonight to do a broadcast for the OFR NA League. So what that stands for is the official Formula Racing North American Division. So this league is based out of the United Kingdom and has gained so much popularity with North American drivers that they decided to put a North American division and expand the league further. So this is round 2 of season 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is a team event, and the way this breaks down is there's 5 teams of 3. So each team has 3 drivers on the team on the track, and basically the way they decide on how the teams get put together is they basically put a Division 1 driver with a Division 2 driver with a Division 3 driver. It's, just to keep it simple to explain. So you have top division, medium division, and then the final division. In most leagues run a 3-division type deal. So essentially they've tried to break the teams down like that to keep everything as fair across the teams as possible, so there's not like one super loaded team. So this is a GR4 race, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 40-minute endurance race. And I do believe that we have gone to a mandatory 3 tires to be used in the race. If I'm not mistaken, we have to use the hards, we have to use the mediums, and we do have to use the soft tires here in this league for this race. They do have to run a minimum of 3 laps on each compound, and that does include your outlap from the pits changing to the compound, 1 full lap around the circuit, and then the next lap into the pits to change to the next compound of tires. I'm not 100% sure what the fuel consumption for this race was. I just wasn't quite in the loop. Totally my fault, but nonetheless, we do have a race to start here today. So this is a rebroadcast. This race was done last Saturday, December 11th. We were unable to do this broadcast live due to other obligations we had last weekend. And thank you guys so much for understanding at OFR. They're super appreciated over there. Great group of guys. So we're going to get this underway here. And you're going to recognize some of these names from our regular streams. Hey, what's up, Danny? How's it going? As some of these guys do race with the page here on a regular basis. So yeah, you guys will recognize some of these racers. And some of them you may not. But let's get this going here. So we're ready to start because this is a rebroadcast, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Proctor sitting on the pole. Badass in second. We have Tattooed Freak in third. Goes 413 in fourth. And the boys are off. So let's hit with Badass here as he's got that beautiful GR4 Corvette there. And I kind of assumed that he was going to jump into first place having the inside line going into the first corner here at Tsukuba Circuit today. Now this is a little bit of a tricky course, ladies and gentlemen. It's very technical with one really big giant straightaway and a long sweeping high-speed corner. So it should be an interesting race. So far so good. Everybody looks like they're getting through nice and clean. Badass did lose first place back to Proctor, who was our pole sitter, ladies and gentlemen, as he's trying to get back up on the back end of Proctor here to get that pass done. But we also have BA Dubs here looking like he's going to try and get a move done on the inside of Badass as they're going side by side coming up the straightaway here. Dubs couldn't quite get that done, so he's just going to jump back in line behind Badass 350 here, ladies and gentlemen. So far, a pretty good battle up front in top three there, and they are breaking away from the pack quickly here. So we have Sour Nightmares in fourth, we have Ghost 413 in fifth, we have Tattooed Freak in sixth, we have RFC Wolf, Riddick Wolf, I guess that stands for, in seventh, Killerette in eighth, we're going to call him RT, ladies and gentlemen, because we're trying to keep this family friendly. We're going to call him Big RT. Dropping down into ninth from eighth there as Dr. Robot just took that position from him while we were trying to figure out a better way to come up with a family-friendly name. And Killerette back in 10th here. So let's get back up to the lead. Oh, there's a guy in 11th. Who'd have got back here? Doc Coop, Mr. Doc Coop in 11th spot, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as the race settles down, we'll go through the list and we'll show you the teammates here. So we do have Proctor GP in that Porsche Cayman, GR4 class, ladies and gentlemen, today. And again, this is a team event. Sitting in first place with that Cayman up against that GR4 Corvette. So we'll see how long the Cayman Porsche can actually keep this Corvette behind them. The GR4 Corvette is just much better than that Porsche. So we're going to have to see how this race goes. We have Sour Nightmares now in third place. Something happened to Dubs. As Dubs has lost 4 positions here. Let's go see if we can find out what happened there. There we go. Oh, he just got a little bit wide there. Was there contact there? Now is the next question. There definitely shouldn't have been contact there. He just got off the track a little bit there, I believe, and hit the kitty litter and decided to go make some sandcastles, ladies and gentlemen. So really unfortunate there for Dubs, as that cost him, as I said, 4 positions. Alright. So back up to the lead here. We have Proctor GP in first place. We have Badass 350 in second. He makes it really hard to keep this family friendly with his name, just for the record, ladies and gentlemen. Sour Nightmares here in third place. We have Ghost 413 in fourth. We have Tattooed Freak in fifth with his teammate, RT Riddick Wolf, in 6th place. So we're just going to see if there's any quick battles going on. We have Dubs here in 7th. We have Dr. Robot in 8th and Big RT in 9th. And we have Killerette and Doc Coop fighting here for the 10th position as, ooh, Robot going for a little bit of a loop-de-loop here. Let's go check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Since it's a rebroadcast, we have this beautiful option of going back as far as we want and not miss any of the action, essentially. So Dr. Robot coming around the same corner that we've seen Dubs wiping out there earlier. And it looked like that was okay. So it must have been this corner here. He just went a little too deep. Just missed his braking point just a little bit. Got into the dirt, spun the car around. Really unfortunate there for Doc Robot. All right, so we're going to try and show you the teams here. Some of the drivers aren't here. As you can see, we only have 11 drivers on the grid. So there are 4 drivers missing. Now, I do know for sure that 2 of those drivers were in a charity event being put on by CC Sim Racing on Saturday. So that's why they're not in this race. So nice little Fanatec symbol right on the front quarter panel of the car there too. By the way, ladies and gentlemen. So we have some beautiful liveries here. So we have Proctor GP, and I really don't have my race information handy today. Like I said, I kind of slacked and just didn't have my stuff together for this broadcast. So my bad. We'll be ready for Saturday's 100%, or tomorrow night's 100%. So Proctor and his teammates with, I believe, Bipolar Express, who is not in this race tonight. And let's see if he actually might be missing both his teammates tonight, as it seems to be that way. So Proctor GP absolutely representing his team here today, so he definitely needs this win to maximize the points he's going to get, as he doesn't have the other two teammates in the race today to help build the team points. So Proctor's going to have his work cut out keeping this Corvette off away from the front of this pack. At some point, I do suspect that Badass is going to start to put pressure on that Porsche and try to get around him here. So we do have Badass 350 here, as you can see, with that absolutely gorgeous livery right there. And I think he's missing one of his teammates, as we have one mate right here. So BA Dubs. Yeah, so the top two guys are missing a couple of teammates in this race. So that's really going to hurt the point standings for both those drivers. So they definitely need to finish where they are to maximize, again, not having the extra two drivers on track to accumulate team points. So we do have Sour Nightmares here. And I believe that Dr. Robot off in 11th here is a part of that team. They just don't have the matching liveries. I could be wrong about that. We'll definitely make sure that we shore that up for tomorrow night's broadcast and make sure we have all the proper information on who's with what team. So we do have Ghost 413 here. He is in that NSX. That does not surprise me, ladies and gentlemen. He absolutely loves that car. And doing very well, sitting in 4th place here. So really the only team that I see has all three drivers is the Apex team here. So we have Tattoo Freak with his teammate Riddick Wolf right behind him. But it looks like Dubs is going to try and make a move there on the outside. Tucks back in, thought a little bit better of it there. Little bit of an aggressive move on the inside coming into the hairpin. Does get that done. Probably not too happy Riddick Wolf behind him there. Riddick might think that might have been a bit of a dive bomb. It kind of looked a bit of a dive bomb, but clean. Both drivers got around the corner relatively well, just a little bit of rubbing there. So we'll have to obviously leave that up to the Marshall staff there. So right now we have actually the whole Apex Motorsports team 1, 2, 3 behind each other here. As Dubs, I'm not sure what's happened there. He looks like he just kind of let off the gas a little bit and let these guys go by. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he thought that that pass going into the hairpin that we just saw a few seconds ago, maybe he thought that was a little bit too aggressive of a move and decided to give the position back to Tattooed Freak. I'm not 100% sure. That's almost kind of what that looked like there. So if that is the case, a good on Dubs there for realizing he probably shouldn't have made that move or maybe as aggressively as he did, and just backing off. So now he's going to put some pressure on Big RT here in his Corvette and start to break up that little bit of a trio that Apex had going on there. Apex coming up with the right idea. They're having all three cars kind of pushing each other down the track, because really that would help them close up on the cars up ahead of them. So Doc Coop here in 9th, Robot in 10th, and Coop's teammate Killerette back here in that Mazda sitting in 11th. Looking like he's having a little bit of a hard time with that Atenza, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies, and gentlemen. You're all ladies today, forget about it. No gentlemen in the house today, just all ladies. Haha. So, Proctor GP in first place. We have Badass 350 in second. Starting to kind of slowly close the gap. But the one thing I do know about this Corvette is that the Corvette is not necessarily the greatest on tire wear. So you really got to be gingerly with this car to really get the stretch out of the tires to kind of match the fuel. The GR4 Corvette actually does pretty well on fuel. It's just not the greatest on tires. As we have Ghost 413 still following Sour Nightmares here. Doesn't look like he's really closing that gap up, but it doesn't look like he's losing any time at the same time. So, good job by Ghost 413 there to just keep pace. We have Tattooed Freak sitting... Oh, okay, what happened here? We lost somebody. We lost Badass, ladies and gentlemen. So it does look like our second place driver has had a disconnection. That's really unfortunate, as Badass is one of the drivers that is just absolutely blazing fast and quite expected to be on the podium here today. So this is Gran Turismo Sport, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, disconnects do happen. This race will continue on. There won't be a red flag. There won't be any crazy stuff like that. There won't be any restarts here on this race. This race is well underway now, and the driver's just going to have to deal with I believe 1 or 2 points he gets for being in the race, which is really unfortunate for Team Badass, because he doesn't have his other teammates here with him today to help stack up points. So that whole team is absolutely at a disadvantage here now, not really gaining any points in the race here today. So really unfortunate for Team Badass there, and we just hate to see that, ladies and gentlemen. As racers, as competitors, as commentators, as fans, we just don't like to see drivers drop out of a race due to an internet connection, but unfortunately that's the way it goes. So Tattooed Freak now assuming 4th place, Riddick Wolf in 5th, Dubs in 6th, Big RT in 7th, Doc Coop in 8th, Robot in 9th, and Killerette in 10th place. So let's get back on the leader here. I'm assuming that these guys are going to be making pit stops here pretty quickly. Egon coming in with the like, Danny coming in with the like, and Elston coming in with the like. Much love. Thank you for the support. Thanks for stopping in, everybody. Don't forget to head over to YouTube, everybody. Search up OFR and throw a sub down too if you enjoy the content put on by these guys during their league races. We will be commentating for these guys for the remainder of this second season. And obviously we're going to try and do these live for these guys, but sometimes my work schedule just does run a little bit into their start time on the races, and some of these races unfortunately will be done like this with a rebroadcast. So it's just real life. It sucks sometimes, but we're here, we broadcast, and we make sure that these boys' Seasons 2 Round 2 is not getting missed, as we have done Season 1 race already a couple weeks ago. So here we are bringing this beautiful race to you, ladies and gentlemen, here this evening. So Apex Racing Team's actually looking really good, as Sour Nightmares now assumes first place due to the first place driver taking a pit stop, as Ghost 413 now moving into second. We have Coop taking over 3rd place here, and Dubs coming in 5th. But Proctor coming out of the pits here does come out ahead of Dog Coop, so Proctor coming back out in 3rd place. So when Ghost 413 and Sour Nightmares do make their pit stops here in the next lap or two, Proctor will reassume the race lead, ladies and gentlemen. So Doc Coop, again, Riddick Wolf here, Dubs. We're just going to have to wait for this round of pit stops to go over. I should be taking a look at all the tires on the cars at the moment. I believe all the drivers did start on the racing softs, except for Nightmares. Actually, Sour Nightmares and Ghost 413 both opting to start on the medium tires, so a little bit of different strategy from a couple of the drivers here today. So we'll see how much longer it takes before those guys come in and switch over to either the hard compounded tire or the soft. Again, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers are required to use all 3 compounds of tires during this 40-minute endurance race. And oh boy, Doc Coop, that right left front tire, pardon me, is absolutely worse than a used piece of chewing gum, ladies and gentlemen. There's just a piece of chewing gum has more rubber left on it at this point in time. So I'm sure he's really happy to get a fresh set of tires on that car at this point. And Killerette also seems to be really struggling with this Atenza today. He is on cold hard tires right now, so maybe just trying to make that adjustment. Sour Nightmare still in the lead here today. Get it, bro. Awesome. Ray. It's only bloody Ray. You good, bud? I'm good, bud. You know it, bud. We doing some commentary. We here getting these boys' race out on the tube and the Facebook tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully tomorrow night we'll be broadcasting through their YouTube channel live as well. That would be fantastic for these guys to get this content on their page as well. So hopefully that's the goal for tomorrow night. We'll be on their channel as well as GT45 Gaming here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are the host for the event tonight. Proctor is still sitting in third. He is coming up on Killerette, who is ghosted. As you can see, he's half invisible here, ladies and gentlemen. It is a setting in the game that they have put on so that when the leaders are coming up on slow traffic or lap traffic, the cars are ghosted, so they can't cause an incident with the lead cars. We do have Dubs here in fourth place in that Corvette. We have Riddick Wolf in fifth. We have Tattooed Freak in sixth. We have Big RT in seventh. So again, all a Team Apex right behind each other. If these guys could catch up to each other and tuck in behind each other a little bit, they can definitely get some teamwork going and start to move up the pack. Although the Tsukuba circuit not necessarily really much of a bum drafting circuit as far as gaining time goes, there is that big straightaway though that would make a small amount of difference lap per lap. So we have Doc Coop here in 8th, we have Dr. Robot in 9th, and as you can see they're on Dr. Robot with the official OFR in front of his name. Dr. Robot, one of the masterminds behind the OFR NA league here, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Killerette here in 10th, and we have lost Badass 350 due to a disconnection a little bit earlier on in the race. So Sour Nightmare is still out on that first stint on those medium tires, and his fuel is looking just absolutely fantastic. So it'd be interesting to see how long that he chooses to stay out on those medium tires, as they are starting to kind of get worn. As Proctor is in second here with a fair-sized gap between him and first place, but not enough for Sour Nightmares to go ahead, stop in the pits, and still come back out in front of, Proctor GP. So goes 413 here in third. Looks like he's made his pit stop and just taken on a fresh set of soft tires and a little splash and dash of fuel there. We have Dubs now coming up on, it goes 413 here. Dubs on the medium tires, as I do need to kind of keep an eye on the tire situation. We do have Tattooed Freak here in 5th place, as it is my job to make sure that the drivers are using all 3 compounded tires for the right amount of time, which is fairly difficult to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie. So in 6th place here, Riddick Wolf. We have Coop in 7th. We have Big Sack RT in 8th place. And Killerette there again, ladies and gentlemen. Look like he's just having a tough race here in that Atenza today, which is really unfortunate. But still on track, still running those laps. So that's always important as a racer, not to give up, to always continue on. We have Dr. Robot here in 9th place. And again, we lost a 1 racer here in this race earlier on due to disconnection, which is just really unfortunate. We hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so let's do an onboard here with Sour Nightmares, as he is the race leader for now. Gonna take a look at his lap times. He's just now starting to kind of lose a little bit of time off his pace on those medium tires. So an interesting strategy being played out here. But then again, these drivers do have to use all 3 compounds of tires in this race. So he is going to have to come into the pits at some point in time, as this race is almost at the halfway point already, to get onto that second compound of tires. Because these drivers do have to take 3 laps on each compound of tire. So that does include an out lap and an in lap as well from the pit lane, but they do have to do an out lap, 1 full lap around the circuit, and then go back into the pits on their 3rd lap, and that will count as their 3 laps for their tire usage. And as you can see, this isn't a track really designed for a whole lot of speed until you get to this point right here, and then you have this huge straightaway for about a mile. And then it just turns into this long sweeping corner, kind of down another short half-mile straightaway, and then into a hairpin for corner 1 and 2. As we see Sour Nightmares now coming into the pits, Proctor has assumed race lead again. There we go. Let's go backwards up the field. We have Robot here in 9th, and you can see he's ghosted because the leader is coming up past him here. So Proctor GP now getting around the 9th place driver as well, so that puts him 1 lap down on the race today. And we have, it's not doing the right things. We now have Ghost 413 sitting here in 2nd place in that NSX. And Sour Nightmares come out of the pit in 3rd place. So the strategy worked pretty good, it looks like. It kept him on the podium, and he actually isn't that far behind Ghost in front of him in 2nd place. About 2.5 to 2 seconds at the moment. We have Tattooed Freak as well, starting to slowly gain on him here as he's in that Toyota. We have Riddick Wolf in that Aston Martin, and Dubs in that Corvette. Again, Doc Coop in the Lexus here with Big RT in yet another Corvette. We're seeing lots of Corvettes in the GR4s here, ladies and gentlemen, today. Lots of Corvettes on the field. As he looks like he's maybe going to make a move here. So let's stick with this little battle here for a second. It is kind of the only battle going on. As he really slams that car on the apex, ladies and gentlemen. And now side by side with Doc Coop here. So this Corvette really should have the straight line speed to get him here, but Big RT potentially doing a little bit of a fuel saving game here. Definitely not giving that Corvette everything it has, that is for sure, ladies and gentlemen. So he just kind of settles in behind Doc Coop here, and we're just going to stick with it here for another turn or two to see if anything happens here. At the moment, it is really the only battle going on track, so we'll keep our eye here for a minute as I'm keeping my eye on the radar. So if you look in the top right-hand corner underneath the sponsor banner there, you will see the picture of the racetrack, and that red dot that you see going around the track is the driver we are watching. And all the little blue arrows in behind and in front of are all the other drivers on the track at the point on the track that they're at. So we do use that as commentators to kind of keep an eye on the race while we're looking at other drivers. And it does really become a useful tool for us to determine where the battles on track are, so we can try and bring the most action to you guys as we can. So again, Big RT kind of drag racing this Lexus, but kind of not. Yeah, it just looks like Big RT is playing a fuel game here. So let's take a look. We have Big RT here, and then we go into Doc Coop. So let's just kind of watch the difference between the two here for a second as we're looking for their throttle control here. So on these straightaways how are these guys shifting? Are they short shifting, or are they revving their car out? Because it seems to me like Doc Coop is putting more throttle into the car on the straightaways than Big RT is with that Corvette. So as we come around into the straightaway here, we'll find out right now. So yeah, he's revving it right out to get everything out of that gear. And then if we go, so is Big RT though. See, the Corvette is really a short shifting style car. The Corvette is starting to become quickly one of my favorite cars to drive right now on GT Sport here, ladies and gentlemen. Is a car that actually really reacts better when you shift that car at about 3/4 of the way through that RPM gauge, and it just seems to really love that. So a little bit of a shock to see that he's actually revving this Corvette right out, because that is absolutely going to eat up the fuel, ladies and gentlemen. The more RPM you put into these cars, the more fuel they will use. So we do have Robot coming into the pits here now for, I believe, his final set of tires? I'm not sure. This is now his second stop, so we'll stick with him here for a second, see what tire compound he's putting on. Hashtag top comms. Oh, Uncle Ray, you're too kind, brother. Nice clean. Yes, yeah, absolutely. This is a great group of guys, these guys here. And I'm not sure what the delay is there. He's just his pit crew looks a little confused, like they're waiting for instruction from their crew chief there. Crew chief maybe had to go to the bathroom before that pit stop happened. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, nothing happening in the pits there. So we got Proctor GP here in first place, and you know, I drive this GR4 Porsche 4 Manufacturer Series right now, and it's not really the fastest car in the world. It corners like nobody's business. So he's doing a really great job keeping this car out front and keeping it on really good pace. Because honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it is not the fastest car. We have Ghost here in that NSX. Now, that NSX lately is proving to be a very good car around a lot of the tracks here on Gran Turismo Sport. So see if Ghost really starts to push on Proctor here. I'm not sure what the gap is. Let's go take a look at the live timing here so we can get a gap. Ghost is approximately 11 seconds behind first place, so that's actually a really sizable gap that Proctor has on the rest of the field here. So again, with that GT4 Cayman Porsche, he's doing an absolutely fantastic job because, again, it's not the fastest car out of the Group 4 cars, ladies and gentlemen. It really isn't. And then we have Nightmares 4 seconds behind. We have Tattoo 2 seconds behind him. 5 seconds behind him is Riddick Wolf, his teammate. 8 seconds behind them is Dubs. Doc Coop is a couple seconds behind Dubs. Big RT right on the back end of Doc Coop. Let's get back to that battle, actually. Not much of a battle there as Big RT just came out of the pits. So, that's sad. We got to go find a new battle, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go peek around the racetrack here. Take a look at some of these liveries from each driver, too, as they go around the tracks here. Right, matey, I'm away. It's 4:50 a.m. here. Time for bed. Have a crack a stream. Good night, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for showing the love. Much appreciation. Oh, these liveries do. This livery looks just amazing. Unfortunately, it just doesn't do justice on the replay camera views that we have at our disposal. So Proctor coming into the picture to take his third compounded tire. As we have Ghost coming around. Let's see if Ghost can come around and get ahead of Proctor before he gets out of the pits here. Sour Nightmare is also now coming around. So let's see if Nightmares can. And Proctor is just coming out of the pits here. So we do have Ghost 413 and Proctor side by side going into the hairpin in corner 1. So Proctor had just the right kind of pit stop there. Literally, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, just to get ahead of Ghost 413 here. As Ghost tries to get him on the inside. Proctor did a really good job at just rolling that Porsche through the outside part of the corner there. So the reason why Proctor was actually able to get that move to defend that move from Ghost 413 on the outside was because he didn't really break that car into that corner. He just kind of let the car roll through the corner, where Ghost had to put a little bit of braking input to really park his car on the apex and get around that inside part of that corner as nice as he did. However, by doing that, that really gave Proctor GP a much better run coming out of the corner. And it was just enough to keep that Porsche ahead of that NSX. So as we do have Proctor starting to come up on some lap traffic here, as we just seen the blue flag up ahead there. So it looks like we're going to get 42 laps out of this race. That's fantastic stuff. So Proctor and Ghost 413 now having a really good battle here. Let's take a look at the tires. We have Proctor on the hards and we have Ghost on the softs. But Ghost is on starting to get very second-hand soft tires here. A lot of tire wear on that front left here on Tsukuba Circuit today, so we'll have to see how that NSX handles that as he keeps going around the track here. There's still a lot of racing time left, so I would suspect you're probably going to see 2 more pits out of each of these drivers yet today. As we have Sour Nightmares here in third on the racing hard tires as well. We have Tattooed Freak on the mediums. We have Coop on the racing hard tires now. We have Riddick Wolf on racing softs. Fresh racing softs, so that means he just came out of the pits. We have Dubs here on the mediums. And we have Big RT on his softs. We have Killerette on the hard tires. And we have Dr. Robot on the hard tires. So I think there's one driver that still needs to run. There's 2 drivers that need to run their hard tire stints yet. One of them being Ghost 413. And the other one being Tattooed Freak. So we're going to watch the battle for first place here for a minute. That is the absolutely closest battle we do have on track at the moment. And let's get into Ghost 413. and get a little chase cam action going here while he tries to chase Proctor GP down. Now, Ghost 413 really should be able to catch Proctor here due to the fact that Ghost is on the faster compound tire here out of the 3 tires. However, with that being said, if we take a look down at the bottom left middle-ish part of the screen where the fuel and tires are on the information, you can see his tires. All that red is tire wear. That's rubber no longer on the tires. So as you can see, he definitely has some tire wear going on that NSX. So that is going to force him to change his braking points just a little bit, change his throttle coming back out of the corners just a little bit, because he just doesn't have the amount of grip that he had, say, 4 or 5 laps ago, where Proctor GP, granted, is on the hard tire, but does have fresh rubber. So the hard tire proving to be a little bit better than those used soft tires right at this moment. But Ghost 413 sitting at a comfortable 5 to 6 tenths of a second. I mean, he is not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. He is within that slipstream. So if he could stay on Proctor through the more technical section of Tsukuba Circuit here, coming up to that long, what is it, I believe it's a 3/4 or 1 mile straightaway, he should very easily be able to close up on that Cayman Porsche. As we do have, oh, Big RT did spin out there, so let's go take a look at what happened over here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we have him coming around here. Kinda, well, I mean, not the ideal line through there, actually. And then I think he just missed his braking point. He just missed his braking point. Got himself into a little bit of trouble there, and just caught the edge of the racetrack there. And we all know how well grass works for these cars here, ladies and gentlemen. The physics in these races are 100% real. For those of you that are new to watching an event like this, have never seen something like this on a simulated racing league, the physics are absolutely legit on this game, ladies and gentlemen. Tire wear factors in, the body roll in your race car factors in, your brake and throttle inputs all factor in, your braking speed in the corners factors in, driving behind other cars factors into dirty air, your aerodynamics, and slipstream is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are just tuning in for the very first time on a simulated racing event, just to give you guys a little bit of information about that, it is a video game, but the physics are absolutely 100% genuine. And I mean, the graphics look absolutely amazing, by the way. The Gran Turismo does just an amazing job on their graphics. So this is Gran Turismo Sport for those of you who may be tuning into an event like this for the very first time. These are guys, they are racing for championship points. They are racing for top 2-3 spots, in the championship. And I'm not 100% sure if there's trophies or prizes or anything at the end of the year. I haven't really gotten too much into detail on that information yet with the league, as I'm new with this league as far as broadcasting goes. So a huge shout out to the OFR NA and OFR over there in the United Kingdom. Absolutely great group of guys. They race everything from F1 2021 to MotoGP to Assetto Corsa to iRacing to GT Sport. I mean, they are all over the map when it comes to simulated racing, ladies and gentlemen. If it's got wheels and it's got an engine, whether it be reeling in your hands, really driving it, or a steering wheel controlling a video game car in your hands, man, these guys are all about it. So we have Tattooed Freak now sitting in second place, still running on his second stint on those medium tires. So I would imagine we'll probably see him come in pretty soon. Again, he is one of the drivers that does have to take his hard tire stint still. We have Sour Nightmares here in third place, now on soft. So I believe that Sour Nightmares is good on all 3 of his tire stints, and that we do now have Ghost on his hard tires. So Tattooed Freak is the only driver left that has not jumped on his hard tire stint yet. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as the race progresses, because we are 31 minutes into the race. These guys are running just under 1 minute lap times, so he needs to have those hard tires on and back on the racetrack with no less than 4 minutes remaining in this race, as he has just gone into the pits. So I would assume that when we see him come out, he is going to come out on those hard tires. We have Doc Coop sitting in 7th place. We have Big RT in 8th. We have Killerette here in 9th. And we do have Dr. Robot here in 10th. As you can see, he's semi-invisible right now because we do have the 2nd place driver, Sour Nightmares, coming up on the track behind him. Again, if you are tuning in for the first time and don't understand what's going on here, this is a setting in the race lobby that ghosts, makes the cars invisible when the lead cars are coming up on them, so they don't make contact, cause an incident, and take the lead cars out of the race. So as you can see now, the car is back to normal again. If if he's battling with a driver up front and makes contact, it's all contact is normal. But when you do see them semi-invisible like that, that does mean that they cannot affect the cars around them. So we do have Proctor still sitting in 1st place. He is on those hard tires, looking absolutely fast in that GR4 Porsche. I need to go sit down and talk with that boy, because clearly he can teach me a couple things about that car. We have Sour Nightmares here in 2nd place. We have Ghost 413 in 3rd. We have Tattooed Freak racing soft tires here, hey? Now, I didn't check right at the beginning of the race to see if he had hard tires on at the beginning of the race. So I am going to have to go back and look at this later, ladies and gentlemen, to see if he took hard tires. We have Apex Riddick Wolf here as well in 5th place. We have Dubs in 6th. We have Coop in 7th. We have Big RT in 8th. And we have Killerette in 9th. And Dr. Robot in 10th, wherever he's at there. There he is in that Mercedes. Alright, so Proctor GP, we have approximately 5 minutes left in this race, ladies and gentlemen. All drivers, I believe, have taken all 3 of their tire stints. There is one driver in the field in question, which I will go and re-review after the broadcast, and have to check on that to make sure that that tire stint was done properly, or we'll have to let the marshals know so that they can assess the proper penalties there. There are penalties handed out to the drivers that do not follow the regulations on the tires, obviously. And at the moment, I do have a question mark over my head about that, just because I don't remember seeing hard tires on his car at the beginning of the race. So I just have to go back and check. We're not going to assume that that is the case. We are going to assume that he has done all the proper tire stints. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty type thing. So we'll deal with that after the race, ladies and gentlemen. For now, as you see, a Tattooed just getting around Ghost 413 there. That was actually a really nice move. But again, Ghost 413 on the hard tire, where Tattooed is on the soft tire. So some Tattooed on the faster compounded tire, which means that Tattooed Freak should be roughly around 2 seconds faster than Ghost on the faster compound compared to the hard tires. So, and you can see there, Ghost even getting a little bit loose coming out of the exit of that corner back on the throttle, but doing a really good job of keeping the car together and keeping it on track. So we have Riddick Wolf here in 5th. We've got Doc Coop in 11th. Doing really well there with that Lexus here today, ladies and gentlemen. We have BA Dubs in 7th. Ghosted there for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Maybe having a little bit of internet issue. And that's just the auto drive kicking in. So the artificial intelligence, so to speak, the computer taking over the car for the time being until he's back connected to the lobby again. This does happen every once in a while in the game. It's unfortunate. It's a part of it. And as racers, we understand that. It sucks. It's annoying. But we all know it happens. So as we see Ghost 413 coming up on Killerette, who is lap traffic there. So we're going to jump back in with the leader here as we have about 3 minutes left of the race. And we're just going to rip through the field quickly one more time here. And then we are going to follow the race leader to the end of the race and then flip through our drivers as they come across the start-finish line in their respective positions. So we have Sour Nightmare sitting here in 2nd. We have Tattooed in 3rd. We have Ghost 413 in 4th place. We have Riddick Wolf in 5th. We have Doc Coop in 6th. We've got B.A. Dubs in 7th. Still looking like he's having a little bit of an issue there. Not sure if that's an internet issue or what, but car has been ghosted now off and on for the last couple of laps here. We have Big RT in 8th. We have Killerette in 9th. And Dr. Robot. Woo! Little Tokyo Drift style there, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't quite pull that off. Juicy spin, ladies and gentlemen. That was a juicy spin right there in that beautiful Mercedes. Too bad he didn't get that drift all the way around the corner. That would have looked absolutely amazing. Caught on the replay here. So again, like I said, though, we are going to now remain with the leader unless we have a battle brewing, which we actually do for 2nd and 3rd place here. So we do not. That's lap traffic there. All right, we're going to get back on with the leader here. So we have Proctor GP in that GR4 Porsche, and just absolutely blazing. He is absolutely just crushing this course with that car. So doing very well in that car, and should, unless he does something drastic at this point, have a podium finish in this race, a #1 job, or #1 finish. I'm not with it. I'm still recovering from the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. My brain is still not quite 100% with me yet. Alright, so this will be, what do we got left? He'll have 2 laps left here. He should have 2 more laps. We're just letting you guys listen to the cars as they go by the cameraman there. The cars just sound absolutely amazing, don't they, ladies and gentlemen? As Proctor is just absolutely blazing, flying fast right now. Alright, so... Oh! Ooh. Not supposed to bend that way. Alright. Proctor GP here in 1st place. And looking just absolutely blazing fast and looking really solid. So, we're going to stick with Proctor GP here. Trying to get a look at some of them logos on the side of the car. I seen Fanatec. I see some GT... just GT. Just some good old GT sticker on there. What else we got on the side of that car, ladies and gentlemen? Unfortunately, I don't have the good camera views on these angles with the rebroadcast, so I can't really get in and get a good look at the car. Now, these gentlemen did do a lap of honor during this race as well on Saturday. I was unable to track that down before I broadcast tonight. So what I will do is I will track that down from the driver who has that, and I will try and get it into the broadcast tomorrow night. But B.A. Dubs lost his father most recently, so my heart goes out to Dubs, and I know that GT45 Gaming, and on behalf of my community, brother, our condolences. And if you need to talk, you know our door's always open. And much love, brother, and stay strong. And we also had, I believe it was Tattooed Freak, lost a very close friend of his as well due to suicide. And my heart goes out to him as well. Suicide's not an easy thing to deal with. I've had a lot of personal experience with family and friends that have gone through similar things. So I totally understand how he feels, and same thing. Of course, I've always extended my community open to the drivers and to the viewers. If they ever need to talk, I'm here to listen. I'm here to have a shoulder for you guys to cry on if you need, man. You know, GT45 Gaming, he's here. We're a family and we support each other. So just much love to these two drivers. I wanted to make sure that we got that shout out before the race ended. We're going to replay back just a little bit here as we have Proctor GP coming across the finish line in first place. Absolutely just own this race. With Badass being dropped out, what was that, about lap 6 or 7 there. Just really unfortunate. It looked like he was going to be the driver to put some pressure on on Proctor, as we had Sour Nightmares coming across in second. We got Tattooed Freak in third. BA Dubs and RT coming across the line in 7th and 8th, just behind as we've seen there. So we're going to have Ghost 413 coming across the line in 4th place. Great run by Ghost there. Killerette coming across the line in 9th. As we have Apex and Doc battling, coming right to the line here for this final 5th position. So is Riddick going to be able to keep Doc Coop off? So we do have a little battle coming right up to the start-finish line here. So fantastic stuff right here. Glad to see it. And is Coop going to get it done? He did try to get him a little bit there, but Riddick Wolf just had an absolutely great entry and exit into the corner there. And Doc Coop just didn't have enough to keep up to him. So that was it for this very short race, ladies and gentlemen. And it was an absolute short one. These are only 40-minute endurance races. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the broadcast. Like I said, these guys are super, super good group of guys. They're fast drivers. They're clean. And they're doing a spectacular job this season. Hopefully, coming tomorrow night, we have a full 15 field of drivers. Hopefully, all the team drivers are on track. Hopefully, we can really show all those awesome liveries that were made. And hopefully that the teams can get a good crack at building some points tomorrow. So we will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for a live broadcast of Season 2, Round 3. 75% sure. Oof, my work may interfere again this week. We'll see. But we are scheduled to be live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the broadcast. If something changes, obviously we will let the league know and we will let you guys know. I would just like to extend a huge thank you to everyone who stopped in to view the race. Again, over on YouTube, if you go to OFR and just search that up there, we'll get an official link for you guys tomorrow night for their YouTube channel. Go throw them some likes on the videos, guys. Go throw them some shares out. Go throw them a subscribe button. And if you enjoy these races, you enjoy watching the league races, you enjoy watching these guys put it all on the line week in and week out, don't forget to go over there and hit this old sub button up, as we have Mark coming in with the like as well here. So we are going to shut this particular broadcast down because this is a league commentary event. We don't want to run GT45 Gaming's normal program in behind it. So I just want to take a minute again to extend GT45 Gaming's love from his family, his community, and his staff to BR Dubs and Tattooed Freak for their losses last week. Our heart absolutely goes out to you guys. We're here for you guys. We love you guys. And stay strong, you guys. Because, what does it say there? I can't remember how. Hold on, pain ends. Hope. As you see coming up in the right-hand corner of the stream periodically here now, we have a nice little banner there that says hope, and what that stands for is hold on, pain ends. Absolutely, whether it be physical pain or mental pain, just hold on, just stay strong, guys. We're here for you if you need to talk, and we love you guys, and our condolences and our absolute best wishes for everybody grieving and going through these tough times right now. From it's Cody B Gaming, what's up? How you doing, brother? Thank you for coming in. Love you guys so much over there at Cody B. Alright, so thank you everyone for who popped in for this very short broadcast. Thank you for the shares, the likes, and the comments. Make sure that we all head over to that YouTube channel tomorrow night when we're broadcasting live. I'll get you a proper link to send you guys over there properly to show the OFR guys some love here in the North American division. These guys potentially are looking for a couple of drivers for this league, I think, as well. So if there is anybody interested in participating, feel free to hit me up on the page through my Discord, whatever source we have. I do believe they're looking for a couple drivers, so if you're interested, hit me up or hit the boys up on screen if you know some of the guys in the league on track, and we'll get you set up in their Discord there, and you can take it from there. You know, we commentate for the league, we support the league, so we're going to do everything we can to try and keep that driver field nice and full and action-packed for you guys, the viewers. So, again, I believe they're looking for 2. I could be wrong at this point now, but if you are interested, just hit me up on the page through either Messenger, through Discord, through private message. We have a few different ways you guys can contact me through the page. We also have the email as well on the main page there that is connected to the page. So just let me know, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast. We're going to shut this one down, and then we are going to fire up a new broadcast for our regular program. And then we're going to do something a little bit different tonight because I am brewing something up for potentially Boxing Day. And we got to do a little bit of track testing tonight. So that's what's happening here when we fire back up. So we are going to have a lobby open. Of course, if you are a viewer or a follower of the page and you do have me on the PlayStation Network, you are more than welcome to jump in on these tests. The more the merrier. And we will see you guys all very soon. Thank you for tuning in. On behalf of the OFR NA League, I was your host for this evening, Ghost Terror 45. And thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and we will see you all again very, very soon. Chad coming in with the thumbs up. Much love, my guy. Thank you so much for popping in.